What's up YouTube, it's Eli Hybrid, also known as Elijah. Watch me as I train for my Calisthenics 1v1 battle. So if you don't know already, I've been invited to go against another athlete, seeing who can complete a series of exercises the quickest. So I decided to share my journey and how I prepared for this battle by posting my workouts that I did for it. Feel free to check them out after this video if you haven't seen them already. But today's workout is straightforward and simple. It's a full body endurance workout that's specifically tailored for the exercises I'll be doing in my sets. So I kept it short today with the warm-up. I showed you the end of my scapular pulls and I went straight into testing out my muscle up max. This workout was completed the day after my pull session. So when it came to these muscle ups, I was already fatigued. But for my first set, I was able to get 10 reps, which is good considering my body was already fatigued and I wasn't really feeling explosive from this day, as you can tell from this workout. With the pump cover coming off, that's when you know I mean business. So the second set, I was trying to push for 10 again, but I ended up falling short. Overall, I managed to get 8, which is still good regardless. One thing I realized is that I've never actually worked on my muscle ups for these type of conditions. So finding an efficient form that's going to be quick and explosive and doesn't fatigue me too much. So some of you may have noticed that between both sets, my initial reps did vary. Yes, you could say the first set I was still warming up, but still, I feel like the first set had a much more even tempo. With my second set, I was trying to be efficient and work on my form, but I feel like the tempo of the first one just beats my second one. So that's the type of form I'll be using for the battle itself. And right now, I'm trying to test my max pull-ups whilst handling muscle up fatigue. These are the actual conditions I'll be dealing with on the day, so I thought let me mimic that and try and get my body used to that feeling. And for those who are wondering what's the secret to completing mad endurance sets where it's like 1,000 reps and just a lot of volume, you have to have a consistent rhythm. So in my first set of pull-ups, I showed you that at the beginning I had a good rhythm, my form was consistent, I had good tempo and a good breathing pattern. But for some reason, I managed to break the rhythm and then somehow got back on. But by that point, you're already fatigued, which is why locking in your form and having a good tempo and good breathing pattern is essential when you're fresh. And right now, I'm working on my pull-up to muscle-up transition. This was just to improve my explosiveness and get used to doing muscle-ups when fatigued. Like I said before in my first video, my pull strength and my push strength are so far apart. So I've been really trying to work on improving my endurance and pull. But when it comes to the push side of things, like these dips and push-ups, you're going to see how much easier it is for me and how much of a joke the difference actually is. Here I am just doing some drills to warm myself up and look in my form. The first drill being dip push downs. So you shrug and then you fully push down, locking in your scapula in place. And if you're confused what the scapula is, it's your shoulder blades. And I've learned that you're actually the strongest when your scapula or shoulder blades are locked in position when you start the movement. And the second drill being 3-second pauses at the bottom. And these two drills have not only helped me to improve my regular dips, but have also carried over into my weighted dips. And not to brag, but I'm at 100 kg dip, so you may want to consider adding that to your routine and see if you see any improvement. And yes, that is me flying through these dips. The aim was to go for my max amount of dips. I was aiming for 40 in one set, which I did achieve. So right now you're seeing the full effect where it's like to be push dominant, which makes no sense because I have no skills to prove it. One day I'll be repping out handstand push-ups. One day. But that day is looking closer than I thought. The more I stay consistent and the more I stay patient with myself, I see progress day by day. Or should I say session by session, because I'm not that consistent, bro. And yes, you are seeing correctly, I am on the rings. So what am I doing this for? If I'm just going to be doing push-ups, muscle-ups, pull-ups, squats, burpees, there's no rings involved. This is what you call an accessory or an assistant drill. So I'm using the rings to work my stability so I can transfer that over to my regular dips, just to make sure I'm more efficient and that my form is consistent. I started with a ring turntile hold that I did for 25 seconds and then proceeded into ring dips and weighted ring dips. This was my first time doing weighted ring dips, so I tried it low with 15 kg But overall, it felt good. And one thing that's bugging me now, but I didn't realize at the time, is that I could have had my shoulders touch the rings just to make sure it's full range of motion. But it is what it is, man. Definitely have to do it next time. Now, some of you may have realized I'm very specific or pedantic about form. Why am I always doing my research? Why do I care about all these things? Why can't I just bang out the workout, call it a day? But the thing is, if you're not strategical or tactical in a sense when it comes to your workouts, how can you see improvement? There are some days easier than others where it's just about turning up, putting in effort, and making sure your form is consistent. But when it comes to constantly improving and trying to master a craft or be at the top level in your craft or area, that's when you got to take it seriously. Because I know that, I don't want to call them competition, but the people that I think are at the level that I want to be at, they are also holding themselves to high standards and being strategical with their workouts and being very intentional about what they do. So I may as well do the same, right? And here's me testing my maximum push-ups. I was aiming for 60 in one set, but for some reason I miscounted and got to 50. So I ended up stopping and then realizing I only got up to 50, and then I did another 30. And if you're wondering why I'm using a dumbbell, I'm using this to mimic a fist because I know I have to get my chest to touch the fist to make sure the rep counts for the real thing. And here's another accessory movement. Right now I'm doing ring push-ups, making sure to finish off into a chest fly. At this point, my chest was burning, so I only managed to get 6 reps before I hit failure. Again, this move aids for stability and getting a deeper range of motion, especially since my feet are elevated. But I kind of just did this for fun, just wanted to make things interesting. And now for 3 sets of goofy faces, mate. Jeez, man. No, but seriously, I'm doing low to high chest flies, just trying to work my upper chest and build that upper shelf. This is my first time trying this variation, but I think I prefer the single arms just because it allows for me to get a better mind to muscle connection. At the time, I probably should have changed to that, but I was too excited that I had 2 cables to myself, so I thought, let me enjoy it. And here's my little brother just giving this a go. See, when it comes to my brother, yeah, and his training, Project Jack Harmer, bro. Not Project Mbappe, Project Jack Harmer. And yes, I do know Jack Harmer is the older brother, but that's not the point. But seriously though, be prepared to see some of his growth on this channel, as well as both of our growth really. But not just in fitness and health, in regards to our mindset, our careers, and the way we carry ourselves as men as well. And hopefully you as the viewer can join us on that journey of growth from content like this or other creators like me inspiring you. And now I'm on to the leg part of the workout, which was straightforward and simple really, since I already did my leg session for the week, which was 15 kettlebell squats into 10 lunges into 10 burpees. I did that twice. However, your boy ran out of storage, so you couldn't even see my clean burpees that I did straight after this, making sure to get my chest to the floor and then just bring it back up. But despite you not seeing it, I still aim for being explosive whilst dealing with pre-fatigue. And here's my brother and I checking the pump after finishing the session with incline treadmill. But that's it for the video. If you enjoyed, like, comment, and subscribe.